Okay, let's get started. In the last class, Claire gave a talk on how hard life was for people in the Middle Ages with all those terrible illnesses like the Black Death and so on. Today, I'm going to be talking about something completely different, animals from those times. I read a very interesting book recently that I want to talk about. It's a book about court cases against animals.
Court cases against animals?
I know it sounds like a joke, but it isn't. Animals were put on trial for doing bad things, just as humans were. It happened all over Europe, but also in America and in other countries. This went on throughout the Middle Ages, right up to the 19th century. All sorts of animals were taken to court. Dogs, cows, horses, rats, even flies and mosquitoes, and for various reasons. Quite often, the reason was that an animal had attacked and killed a human. Of course, those cases never had a happy ending for the animal, but sometimes the court cases weren't so serious, and they're amazing to read about these days. I'd like to share one funny example with you today. It was a court case somewhere in France. Rats were taken to court because they'd stolen food from people's houses. Of course, the rats didn't turn up in the courtroom. There was a man who spoke for the rats, and he was absolutely brilliant. At the beginning of the meeting, he said that the rats weren't there because they moved from village to village, so they'd never received an order. Then he said even if they did ever receive an order, they'd never come to a court meeting because nobody could guarantee that they'd be safe. He also said that everybody knew that cats killed rats, so as long as there were cats in the streets, rats could never be sued because they'd never be safe. Finally, nobody could find any reasons why what he'd said wasn't correct. The court case ended well for the rats. No one could prove they were guilty, so nothing happened to them. But, well, they hadn't come to the meeting anyway.